On a special episode of the Big Eyes podcast, I'm joined by a special guest as we discuss one of our favorite series, Violet Evergarden. All this only on the Big Eyes podcast. The movie is?
Yeah, the movies are like longer episodes. So normally where an episode would end, you kind of get an extension of that story because you get a more of like a what happened to them after, or like where are they now?
Okay.
So, and then, like the story keeps going, and this time it's not the movie that's on Netflix. It's not one character; it's two.
Oh shit, for real?
Yeah, and I think that's really cool.
I mean,
yeah,
like,
you have to watch the movie, man.
Bro, like, but you know, just how you were talking about it, in the series, one of my favorite parts of just everything was how the story was told, like how each episode, like how the story was told, and like the pacing of the episodes. Like that's one of my favorite parts of like the series.
I think the only parts where it kind of like slows down is like for episode 5 and 6, like the love stories with the princess and the
episode 5 is big Chi-Town Pippin.
Oh,
big Chi-Town Pippin vibes on episode 5.
And I hate how they try to justify it at the beginning, and I was just like, no, that's not cool. But I think the two other what is it, OVAs that are like the same length definitely should have taken over for episode 5 and 6. I'm not a big fan of the observatory episode.
Yeah, the observatory episode was, I think I kind of blanked out during that one in terms of just like
I didn't really like it that much. It wasn't very Violet oriented, you know. It was more of a story of the librarian, and he's kind of a nerd or whatever, or he doesn't really fit in, similar to Violet. But then you see like there's somebody like Violet that's out there that doesn't really have her trauma or experiences, but it's just like there's somebody that she can relate to, and I think I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I think that episode he came out hating too in the beginning.
Oh yeah,
he was hating hard. I was like, God damn,
big incel energy, bro. And then he was like, oh no, women are cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was like, woman.
Yeah,
the hell, I hate women. Like, I was like, God dang, dogs. He came in hating hard.
Yeah, he was a big hater, man. But I think everything else is like really fantastic. I think Violet is just an amazing character. This is like intensely story driven stuff. When they do more of the flashbacks into like the war stuff, I was just like, hey man, dial it back a bit, because it started to get very shonen-esque.
Yeah, it did. No, so guys, hi, how's it going? This is your boy LJ. We're gonna do the quick intro because we just pretty much got right into the conversation.
Yeah.
Welcome guys. This is your boy LJ. This is a special episode of the Big Eyes podcast / Lookout. I'm here with the host of Spot Callers, host of War Report, my burger brother, my boy Cyrus. How's it going, man?
Yeah, man. I'm all that. I'm good, man. I haven't gotten much sleep, just the quarantine hitting. But I'm here talking about recently one of my favorite animes that I have watched in a really long time. I don't really watch anime often. But when I saw this, or when I just saw this browsing on Netflix, I was like, I'll give it a go, and I love it, man. This is definitely in my top 5.
Yeah, and today we're here. The anime he's talking about is Violet Evergarden. It's crazy how he even told me to watch this, because we, in the chat we did the little anime bingo, and you're like, watch Violet Evergarden. I was like, will it make me cry? And you just wrote yes in all caps, and I was just like, say less.
I did the bingo knowing that I haven't seen anything on I think it's a big bingo sheet, and I only seen like 2.
with the one that you did, like you saw that I did it, ended up being like probably one of the best ones on that bingo sheet.
I think Violet Evergarden is fantastic. It's on Netflix. There's the OVA or the OVA, whatever you want to call it, and then there's the 2-hour movie that I think is fantastic. But like, let's just get into the show, man. I think or the anime. I think it's very fantastic stuff.
Yeah, so just a quick, summary of it is pretty much about a young lady named Violet who was used as a war weapon, and it really taps into her life, or just gives a good look into her life after the war, and just like the trauma that she has with her, and her
Mm.
just kind of working through that. Really, just one of the most beautiful, like that's legit the only word I could use to describe this anime. It's like
Yeah.
it's one of the most beautiful animes I have ever seen, from the art to the storytelling to just the character development. Like, it's just a very
The
beautiful.
music, man, the music.
Oh my gosh.
When I finished watching this, I had to download the soundtrack, man. The movie is really good stuff. I mean, the music is really good stuff.
And it just it they for like they hit it at like the right moments. Like, it just comes in at the right moments, and it just like hits you in your stomach, bro. Like, I was like, God, this is like, bro, this is like some really heavy stuff. That they are, that they talk about in here, that just her, when you really get to look at her story, and just everything is just, it's really heavy. And then when the music comes in, you just be like, yeah, I'm about to cry at this cart, like at this anime right now, because it all hits you at once.
Yeah, I won't be ashamed. I've definitely I've cried multiple times watching this. Like it is really good stuff. Like even the stuff that's not revolving the main character, Violet Evergarden, like the world around her. It's kind of is like a, let's say, a fictional Germany. The recent war is now over, and like now people are like just getting back to like just normal life after a war. So that's why when I pitched it before, I said like, yeah, it'll make you cry, and I also said it's like a cute Rambo.
Yeah,
Because
it is. It is. It really is. I mean, even in compared to another anime, it's really, in terms of setting and time period, it's really a Full Metal Alchemist
yes,
kind of, it's weird, like Victorian, but have mad technology. Yeah, in terms of setting and everything, I compared a lot to Full Metal Alchemist. Even the story in general, just how it's told, is very
oh
Full
yeah,
Metal Alchemisty.
like yeah, how it kind of like talks, how it kind of shows war in a negative light. Um, a lot of animes kind of like it's pseudo glorified, like kind of like Gundam is kind of like pseudo glorified like war stuff. Like
Yeah.
people kind of just see like the Gundams and go, oh, that's cool, but they're like missing the whole part where like war is really bad.
Yeah, I think, and
um,
that's another good thing. Like, thing I love about this is especially how they depict war. Is there really wasn't a good guy, bad guy.
mhm.
At the end of the day, war is war. End of the day, like, lives are lost, and they really tapped into that of, regardless of what side you on or whatever you feel is right. Like, here, like, all these innocent lives were lost on both ends.
Yeah, and like
Um,
somebody's gonna get hurt.
yeah. But no, like, going back to what you were talking about with even the side character stories, as you continue to see, Violet attempt to, unravel her own trauma, unravel her own past, is very, it was one of my favorite parts, is seeing how she was using other people's traumas to kind of tap into her own.
Hmm.
It
Yeah,
added so much kind of like depth and like humanity to so many side characters that you really don't see a lot in anime. Like, in anime, like, side characters are treated there to, like, no, they're there, but they don't add much to them. Like, here,
yeah.
like the Iris episode.
I love the Iris episode so much. I love it a lot. I think that's fantastic. And like just the side characters is like Violet is the like very much the main character, but she is bland as hell. Like she's just like she's the noodles and everybody else is the ingredients and stuff, and it makes it really come together. And then like she becomes her own person, and then in the start like she's still in kind of like that soldier mode, like where she's like still asking for orders, or like she's very robotic in a sense. And then she hears the words love, and then she's just like, oh shit, what that mean, bro? What
No,
about, wait, what's that love shit? That's
she was like,
crazy.
whoa, 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 whoa. She was like, love. Hold on now, partner. Like, what is you talking about?
What that mean?
With that, for real, like, what is that? Man, and then it just opens up a whole new world of,
Hmm.
her just really trying to figure out like what does love mean, what is
Yeah.
this journey about. And one thing I really liked about, though, even in as you see her progress, kind of going from this like war machine to this
Human.
actual person at the end.
Yeah.
Like one thing I really did like about it, though, is that when she first started writing, when she first started becoming a doll, she I loved how she wrote her letters. I love how direct they were,
Oh
because
yeah.
she would just be like, okay, so you just want to tell this person that that you're incompetent. It would just like
No.
write that, like,
So yeah, she becomes an Otto's Memories doll, which is just like typing letters on a typewriter because a lot of people can't read or write. And then when she starts, somebody is just like, "Oh, like tell him that I'm gonna reject his advances." Like a lady comes in and she's just like, "I'm gonna reject this man's advances because he doesn't really have a money." Like she's being straightforward with it, and then Violet types exactly what she says, and then she
yeah,
sends it out, and then she goes, "What the hell did you write? Why'd you write that?" And then it's just like people aren't really direct with their words, and she doesn't really understand that. And then she learns how to be more human after that. And I think like that's really it's very like it sounds very simple, but like when you see it come together, it's really nice. Like because as humans, we're not really direct when we do have a message. Like, we have sarcasm. She doesn't understand that. Or,
yeah.
sly comments and shit. Like, she doesn't really get that or understand that. And then as she becomes more human, she smiles, she laughs, and, more stuff like that.
Yeah, and as she continues to go on, you do see like slowly like her, it's just crazy. Like you're really watching this show and you're just watching her just become a human, like just become a regular everyday functioning
Mm-hmm.
human. And it really, I'm jumping to episode 7 and 8 because I feel 7 and 8 is where you really dig into her past and you really
Mm-hmm.
dig into like why she is the way she is. And it's crazy because it how the major was treating her was kind
Yeah.
of like the lesson that she was trying to learn, in terms of people aren't really direct. Like the major wasn't direct with her and was just like, I love you, or like wasn't direct with her like, I see you as a human. But the little thing that he did with her like made it seem that okay, like he does treat her like a human, he does see her this way, like he's
Yeah.
not using her just as a tool. And it was, but to her, she wasn't really seeing that. She was just like,
Yeah.
whatever, like I'm just I'm the tool of the majors, and like that's what I am.
She didn't see the kindness that was given to her at the time. But like I do think it's fucked up that he still like used her in general. Like I don't think he should have like put a child on the battlefield regardless. If you really cared about her, you wouldn't have her on the field, bro.
Bro, she was like she was like 12, just out there, bro.
12?
Like
she looks 7.
was she? Oh my god! Like
she looks 7 years old with two fucking what's like the old Call of Duty guns, like Winchester rifles. Yeah, 7 years old swinging bayonets and shit. Like, dog, if you really care about this child, you wouldn't have her on the field, bro.
No, yeah, I mean, like, yeah. I mean, end of the day, bro, this man had she was out there. Oh my gosh, when he went on the secret mission and told her, like, yo, chill, just sit right here and like we will be back.
Yeah.
We'll be back. And then he's in the ocean. They're like, yo, we hear an enemy. Next thing you know, we just see her running across the river.
It's like I think I know what the scene you're talking about. It's like where they're kind of like in the dark. It's like a Vietnam kind of looking. Yeah, it's dark. There's lanterns and shit, and they're just like, oh, just lay low. Soon as Violet hears any footsteps, takes off, kills them. Like, dog, you wouldn't have her on the field, dog. Stop that.
No, man, she was a different type of monster. And I know that you were talking about it before in terms of like some of the action scenes, and you're like, it feels very shonen-y. But for me personally, I really enjoyed how they use them. There's not really many, other than like probably when they're looking back in the past and towards the end. But I love how they're choreographed though. The fighting, like definitely the fighting scenes and all that, like they're choreographed really well, and it just shows like she really was she was a weapon.
she was top dog, bro.
Bro, she was a goddamn monster. I was like, god damn, like
for my Metal Gear fans like that out there, she looks like Raiden, and she's more or less just Raiden. Like she's a very she's a child soldier, white hair, kind of bleach hair, and then she does like some ridiculous shit as a child.
No, she really does. Like she's like taking out whole units like by herself. Like he's not even having her with the squad. He's like, it's like the squad's all together and everyone has a set plan. And he looks at Violet and he's just pretty much like, do your thing. I will catch up with you at the end of all this.
Yeah, like, hey bro, you gonna have to carry, bro. to a 7. Like, I think she's more in her like probably like 10 or 12, but like she looks fucking 7. Like she's tiny as shit and like in army fatigues, and I think that's hilarious. But like, yeah, he looks at her and is just like, yeah, you're gonna have to do like the hard carry, bro. And then I don't really have a problem with the a lot of the action scenes. I just think towards the end they kind of like happen back to back. Like they really happen consecutively. Oh, yeah. So it's just like, no, where's the cute stuff? Like, where's the story progression? Like, I want to see this human being, not like really the war machine. Like, they kind of got that part across to me already, but I understand like showing everything that played out during her final moments. Well, not her final moments, but like, what was the drastic turn for her? But like, you didn't have to show me all that.
Yeah, I think I do agree with you at the end. I feel that at the end they did get a little bit too caught up with the action, and I get the story they were trying to tell there in terms of the war is quote unquote over, but we still have like these rebel groups that are still happening. We still have these things that once again it talks about like how war isn't beautiful. War is it's a timing game. It's just talking about I just can't live with it. And I get what they're trying to portray and like tell that story, but I do feel that on those last few episodes they try to lean in too much with the action.
It's like the train car stuff. I thought the train stuff was really cool, but the end of the train stuff, I was just like, all right, you guys are wild.
Yeah, bro. Like the end of the train stuff was different, and I feel that they were trying to show like, hey, They try to use this moment to show like, hey, she has her humanity now. She's not finna kill nobody anymore. She's focused on.
This is the worst time to have your humanity, bro.
Yeah, for real. Like even the Major's brother is like, bro, you're not killing right now. Like you are bugging.
Yeah,
like what
at the worst possible time. Like you should be let that shit ride, brother.
Yeah, bro. Like, listen, bro. We will talk about this later. Like, let's get this one. Like, let's get this shit. Handle it.
I think we are leaving a lot of stuff out because I do think I do want everybody to watch. Like, because we kind of just like jumped in from 1 to like episode 9, I believe. But like, yeah, right. It is really good stuff leading up to this point, and I just think it kind of like. I think everybody would agree that like it kind of just like gets a little weird towards that end bit, but I think that the OVA or the OVA that I watched directly after it pulled me back in.
You watched the one with the opera singer, right?
That episode should have been 5 or 6. I'm sorry.
Yes, it really should have. That opera episode was so good. So good. I would definitely took that episode over episode 5. Like that's the one though. Like I throughout the series I was like, dang, I'm feeling emotional watching this. No, that's the one though. That I was like, holy shit. I'm like, this one is catching me.
Yeah.
Like my eyes are watery, man. That the opera episode is, that one was really good. That I love that episode. I love the story that's just even told in that episode. That I really that release 5.
Yeah. Honestly, that episode should have been like it should have been in the main cycle, and they should have cut out like 5 or 6. I'm sorry. Actually, they reference episode 6 in the movie, so just cut out 5. Fuck it, just cut out 5.
Listen, like let's talk about 4, bro. Listen, 5 was a little different, man. I get what they were trying. I get what they were trying to do there. Mm-hmm. I think that was like it could have definitely been done better. I feel that was like really the first no, that wasn't the first time, but like it is one of the early times where they really do mention kind of like more romantic love.
Mm-hmm.
In regards with Violet and like Violet trying to, she's trying to decipher what romantic love is. So I get it. I just felt like, first of all, the age difference thing and all that was just a little weird to me.
Yeah,
Um,
and I hate how they tried to justify it. I didn't like that at all.
yeah,
Um,
I wasn't really feeling that.
if you have to throw a disclaimer like that mid episode, just cut it out. Just cut it out. You
Yeah,
don't
for real.
like I know back then in whatever times, like, yeah, they used to like date or like have arranged marriages for children and stuff like that. But this is your fantasy world, bro. You don't have to do that.
Mhm. Yeah, like even like so in the beginning of that episode when they're talking about no, when she's just like meeting the princess and everything, they're talking, I'm like, all right, man, like, whatever. I felt like, when they first mentioned the age stuff, I'm like, okay, I could maybe get over this, by the time the episode ends. But then they do the flashback scene to the birthday party.
Oh my god! I don't want to talk about this scene. I hate that scene so much. I thought it was the weirdest scene ever.
And like, oh man, and like, that episode could have had so much promise, especially like the whole them writing the letters to themselves and like sending them back and forth. Like, I'm like, oh man, like that could have been
Like,
really like dope, but
it is real. It's a really good episode, but there's just like this smear of shit that's on top of it.
like a big one, like it's just a turd, and it's just smeared on top of it.
Like if that kind of stuff is like triggering or like makes you very uncomfortable, I would skip this episode because like it's not really referenced going forward. Like people will say like Violet writes great letters regardless, so you don't really have to see her write a great letter here, even though she doesn't really write the letters here.
Yeah. Like, I feel that 5 is really one of those episodes where you can skip. But one, like in terms of like even just how the story is told, and we talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
I love how each episode is kind of like its own standalone a bit. I mean, it ties into like the bigger, arc and the bigger, main storyline. But each story is pretty much its own like little story. And one that I really loved is the mother writing the birthday letters.
Oh, episode. I think that's episode 10. Yeah, that's 10. So I think like it's 13 episodes. So like the last couple episodes from like 11 to 12, they're kind of weird. But episode 10, big tears, bro. Big tears.
Big tears. Like, man, and it touches on, and I think that is very much a moment though where you truly start to see like Violet's character really, really change. Like her eating, like asking a mom, like, can I take a break from writing so then she can go play with the daughter, and like her just like spending moments just with the daughter and doing other stuff that is not writing, and you really start to see like like her really starting to become a human in these moments of just why she's
not just being like a machine at the job. Like she takes her time out to like play with the child or just have tea and play with the kid or whatever. And then I think that episode and the episode with the writer where Violet like kind of like looks like his daughter, I thought that was weird, but like that one was very sad as well. A lot of the episodes that revolve around family are some of the best episodes here.
Yes, definitely. Right episode when she did the lake thing, and I like curled up in the covers. I was like, I was about to start.
Where she literally starts woo walking on the water, bro.
Oh my god! Like, I got 3 steps in.
I was just like, what?
God, she was really woo walking on the water, man. She's straight. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I thought that was really cute because like Violet being basically like this child soldier or whatever, she's helping write a children's book. And I thought I thought that was really interesting, and then she like had to use her imagination.
When they're like trying to figure out the end, like, how are we gonna close this out? And like she's like actually giving suggestions. She's actually like, well, what should I do? And all these other things. And yeah, that episode, like you said, the family episodes are the ones that was some of like the best like writing. I'm just talking about in just
Mhm.
TV general. Like I'm talking not even just anime. I'm just talking about like these things that I've watched.
Yeah,
That's some of the best writing I have seen.
this
You
show
know,
has excellent writing. I would say like my top 3 episodes would be the one with Iris, the one where the mother writes the letters, and then the one with the where she helps write the children's book.
yeah. Uh,
And if the opera was in like the main the main series, I guess, definitely would have been like number 1 up there.
yes, definitely. Definitely. For me, like I said, my favorite episodes were the one with Iris, definitely the mother and a daughter one, and then the episode where she figures out that the major's dead. I'm trying to remember what episode
Oh
that is.
fuck! I think that's like episode 8.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's episode 8 where she figures out the major is dead, and
Yeah, that's
that
sad.
is such a sad episode. But and then like even with that though, that's such a big moment, a big turning point in like the whole series. Because that is like the moment where you're just like, you know, she's really at a crossroads. She's at a crossroads at this moment of holy shit, the person that I have literally given my life for, like every single day, is I figure out like, no, he's now dead. You know, she has, you know, all this kind of like post-traumatic stress that is linked with him and like linked of just like not like she's taking his orders her whole life and now he's gone and she's just like, what the fuck do I do now?
And I always assumed that he was dead, like from the start, from the get go. So
yeah, they pretty much tell us in the beginning episode where you know that either he's dead or no, something has happened to him. Like they let us know immediately. So
when she's in the writing school, or the typing school, whatever you want to call it, and they're just like, write a letter to the major. And this is like at the point where she's kind of still like robotic. So like she just like asks the person to like type or write the letter as a report.
Yep.
So it's just like very literal, nothing to report. Roger or whatever, just very soldier talk. And then again, where she's asked to write a letter to the major after she's gathered, experience as a writer and a human. It's a very completely different tone of how she would like to address him. And I think that's very interesting.
Yeah, that definitely is. Going like to the side characters and things, there's some like other little things that I've like really, really enjoyed. Obviously one of the, I guess like their comedic relief is the relationship between Benedict and Catalia.
Yeah.
They're always just like fucking arguing with each other.
Please watch the movie. You'll like Benedict 1,000 times more. I think he's the great. I think he like I was like, I like him a lot, but like after the movie, I was just like, oh yeah, he's top 2, and he's not 2, bro.
Oh, for real? Oh my god, I need to watch the movie. ASAP. I'm watch the movie right after this. But like,
my favorite side character would probably be Iris. I like Iris a lot.
Yeah, I do like Iris. I mean, like, and like going to her episode, and you just see why the way like she is the way she is, and you continue to see her false sense of confidence turn into like some actual real confidence.
Yeah, and like this like hubris that she has, and then she gets humbled, and then she's just like, nah, I'll be back on my shit, she definitely comes back strong. I think they kind of dropped the ball with the girl with the glasses. Like, I don't even know her name now. I think they should have gave her some time to shine.
Emily, I believe her name was, or Amy.
She gets like, I think her impact on Violet is like probably less than a minute. She like says something to Violet, and then like that's it. That's like the end of it.
But it's like one to be real, like it's one of the most significant moments though of.
Oh yeah.
of Violet becoming who she is. And I do agree. I do think they dropped the ball with her. And like, because in the beginning, when you first get introduced to her, they first have that moment like talking outside the building, and she's
Yeah,
they're she's pretty much like, no, you have no skills of like no technical skills to be a
yeah.
doll, but like you have something that will
Like
make you a great doll.
you ain't got the skill, but you got the heart, and
Yeah,
like
like
that is like that's it. That's all she says to her, and like that goes a long way. But I feel like they probably could have gave her a little more.
they definitely could have given her a little more, especially at the end. Like her ending was so weird.
Mm-hmm.
When at the end where they everyone writes a letter and everything like that, and they're like, "Well, what did you write a letter about?" And she's like, "Oh, I've fallen for somebody," and it's such a
And I think they hint that it's Benedict, but like the show ends.
yeah. The show ends, and
It
then it's
ends
like
that, like we're literally watching the last episode, and she's just like, "Oh, I like somebody," and like kind of hint that is Benedict, but then you never see that relationship blossom or bloom in any sort of fashion. So
yeah,
I thought that was weird.
that's such a weird cliffhanger to leave it on. So we do know there has been confirmation that there's a season 2 coming.
What?
Yeah, so there's going to be a season 2 of Violet Evergarden. What are you like wanting to see happen? Like, I know and I feel very, especially how they ended the first season. I feel, I don't say weird, but a second season feels like what more they're gonna, what more of a story can they tell us at the moment?
Okay, let me think. I would say I would like to see an episode like I would like to see Emily's and Benedict's relationship blossom. Um, what Katerina? That's her name, or Catalina? I forget. Sorry.
Yeah,
Um,
Cataline.
I would like to see her have her child, um, or like yeah, let give it some time because the movie. I think the movie is like a couple years after where they do the final episode. So like let her. Let's see the baby, bro. Let Violet see more family. You know,
Yeah,
like see a family growing right in front of her. I would like to see a lot of that. Um, I hope the characters from the movie are in it. You, dog, I know I keep saying the movie, and you have like no idea what I'm talking about, but like you have to watch it. It's really
I'm
good
definitely
shit.
gonna watch it. I like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna end up watching it. But no, I I do agree that I want to see more of like the relationships around Violet continue to grow, so she
Mhm.
can start seeing like just different relationships more so look like.
Yeah,
Um, in the movie, do they touch on like Violet's past, like even before the war, like even before she was a,
Mhm.
so like that's another thing, because like when we first get introduced to Violet, she's only, like you said, she's probably like, I'm gonna say in my head she's like 8 years old.
Yeah,
When we first get introduced to her, and I really want to see what happened before then, like even before she even touched the
yeah.
battlefield or any of that. Like
There is nothing like but I don't think Violet has the memories from before being a weapon or being a tool. You know, um, it is very like uh, was it Major Gilbert
yeah.
or it's very clear like she comes from poverty or whatever, and he just like, yeah, I just caught the kid straight cash. Here you go.
wait, he got him from his older brother. That's the craziest shit.
Yeah,
Like,
he was like, "Happy birthday! I got a baby. I got a kid for you. Straight cash."
it's straight cash, dog. Like, I got it for you. It's already trained, housebroken, everything. Like, you ain't
Oh, she
even
was
gotta.
not house trained, but yeah. But what else? I would say I would like to see more returning characters. You know, they do. They hint at a lot of them. Like they hint at the writing teacher
Oh
that
yeah.
she had. Like she was the person that did the reference. I think she was like recommended from a job from her. Um, I forgot her classmate's name, so I haven't watched this. It's been like 3 weeks since I like rewatched it. Her classmate with her older brother. I forget.
Oh yeah. The one that took her to the tower.
Layla. Yeah, Layla. I forget. I'm sorry, but like I would like to see more of her relationship.
Luculia.
Lakulia, yeah. You get to see you get to see her a little bit in the movie, but I would like to see like where her and her brother are at currently. Um,
I love that. Like how I love how look like Lakuya's brother, like how he kind of plays like a major role in this whole
Mhm.
story, but he's only there for maybe
He is there for like total screen time,
3 minutes, maybe.
probably
Like,
shorter than that. But it shows kind of like what Violet could have been coming back from the war.
yeah,
And I think I think that's really cool. What I would really like to see is that they keep like Violet always says like she will go wherever you like call or whatever. I would like to see more areas. Like I would like to see maybe she goes out to a area that it's it kind of parallels China or something, and then we see like kind of more different character faces, or like there's a different language that she doesn't know, like maybe like a language barrier. Like I think that would be a very interesting for an episode.
yeah, and I like, and that's something cool because that's something they can do because of
Mhm.
how this story is written. Like they can do little things where they could put her in a whole different country, whole different area where she doesn't know any of the customs,
Mhm.
any of the languages, and can still tell a beautiful story,
Yeah,
with her, involved with it.
have a simple ass story like a Seinfeld episode, and they'll fucking work the hell out of
Bro,
it.
for real, like they will just take little things and like that, like once again, that's just great writing. That's
Mhm.
really all it is just great writing because like they take these very simple no situations, like you said, like the Iris episode. Iris episode is really simple. You go
Mhm.
home, you got a birthday party,
Let's
and
let's go back. Let's go back to that area, man. Like there's like a whole bunch of dark skin or kind of like brown people that are over there.
yeah, man, it's
They
like,
have like the rice, like sort of the rice field that kind of like overlays each other. That's kind of like in the wavy pattern. Like let's see the local town that's over there, man. Let's go back.
yeah, for real. I like that like that's my favorite episode because of just the setting. The setting is so
Mhm.
amazing and just how it looks is so amazing. Like you said, that's like that episode has so many brown people in it. I was like, dang,
You
there's
don't
a
you don't get that in anime, bro.
I was like, bro, these are like, damn, these niggas here, bro. Like, what the heck? I was like, whoa. I was like, I'm banging with this episode immediately
Yeah,
off
like
rip.
I would like to see more of those people, and like Violet does travel a lot, but like let's see like different areas. Um, I think they may have showed like the world map once, but I don't
Yeah, I
really
think they
remember it
showed
too
it.
well.
Yeah, they showed it when they were kind of talking more about the war and like the North
Mhm.
and the South and all these other things. I would like to see her go into like a place that was probably like once enemy territory. It's probably not enemy territory now, but go into a place where it's like,
Oh yeah,
that's more.
let let Violet go back to that tower as an adult, because
Oh yeah.
I don't think she's been back there yet. Yeah, man, I am really excited for season 2. I think if you have Netflix, or by any means necessary, I think you should really watch this show.
Yeah, definitely. Like this show is so good that we took a break from everything else because I wanted like we needed to talk about this because it's such a great show, man. Like it really is. It's one of the best animes I've ever watched. Um,
Mhm.
it's and it's a very easy watch. Like I was like on episode 8 and it didn't even feel like I was on episode 8. I was like, holy shit.
Right,
Like,
on like rewatching it only took like about like 3 days, and that's because just taking breaks and like doing other things and stuff, but like it's a smooth watch, man.
it really is. And it keeps you, driven in. Like it's no like even us kind of ragging on episode 5 and 6, there really is no filler episodes.
Though,
It
like there's glaring problems with 5, but I think it's cute, kinda.
I can't
Like,
even call it cute.
it's kind of shaky on the cute part, but I like the story part.
Man, the story could have been great if they like you said, it was legit it's like a great
Literally,
work of art and someone just like
literally
chucked a piece of shit at it.
just erase a couple numbers.
Bro, just make it a little bit more like, okay, this is a little bit more easier
you
to
don't even have to erase. Just write a 1 and then make the 5 an 8. That's all you have to do, bro.
That's really all you have to do, man. Like,
But I think I would say like the library episode is like kind of like one of the least cute ones, I would say.
That's because he was just hating the whole damn episode.
Actually,
but
I think I actually no. Let me take that back. I do like 6 a lot because this is like the first time like Violet socializes.
yeah, she does. She does like a bunch. No, like you said, socialize. She does a bunch of social things. She's around people, attempting to make friends.
Oh, friends! They're trying to beat, brother.
Oh yeah, they were trying to. They was in there like, "Word,
hey, Violet, what do you do?"
it was man. It was in there talking greasy. It was like, bro, listen, I'm a slut. I want anything.
I know anything. That
I'm
library you went, he like me.
I'm a thought. Get me lit, bro. I was a whole in a library, bro, with robes. Like it was wild.
Yeah, those niggas was mad. It's an all boys school, whatever.
Oh yeah, bro. They could not control the horny when she pulled up.
But honestly, and similar to the movie, I think they should do like more like Where Are They Now, or just like follow up stories on a couple people, or have returning characters for sure. Yeah, man. This show's really good, man. I was looking to see if there was like any other Violet Evergarden movies. There is one movie that's not on Netflix.
It's in. Yeah, I don't think it has been.
It hasn't been dubbed yet.
Yeah, it hasn't been dubbed yet. It's there's probably a subbed version out there somewhere. It was actually supposed to release in Japan in April. Due to everything going on right now, I don't know if it actually did get released.
Are you serious? Oh, fuck Rona, bruh.
So it was supposed to get. I think it's supposed to get released in April. I think due to everything that's going on, I don't think it was actually released in theater. But hopefully we'll see something. The same thing kind of happened with the Digimon movie too. I was in the dark web to find that Digimon movie. I'm talking about like if my computer blows up on me, I understand it was because of the website I always watched that movie on. But no, there might be a subbed version out there somewhere of that movie. But no, like this story and everything, like it's one of those things where they could do so much with it, and I like just how they even set themselves up, how they set the whole world up, and like that that world, they could just do so much with it, and what they have done so far has been excellent, like just 10 out of 10.
It is beautiful, man. It really all comes together. And I think it being on Netflix is really accessible, so I think that's really nice. One question, because I did recommend this to a lot of people. Did you watch this sub or dubbed?
Okay, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm usually a guy that watches everything subbed, but I did watch this dubbed. But
I don't like watching subs. I do like my dubs. So, but someone told me it don't hit the same dubbed, and I was just like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
No, so that's what I was gonna get to. Usually I watch things sub. That's just how I watch them. But no, with this, I was like, I want to watch it, and sometimes things like here's the problem with watching subbed. I could get distracted, and you get distracted. You miss the subtitles, and then next thing you know, you're rewinding the same scene like 5 times.
That's my problem.
So I was like, "Fuck this! I'm gonna watch this dub because I want my full-fledged attention in this. Like, I don't want to be distracted."
Like that, like you look at your phone. Guess what? You missed like 2 lines of dialogue.
Yeah, like that moment right there. But so I did watch it dubbed though. But anyone that says that the sub is not hitting or the dub is not hitting the same as the sub is a goddamn lie. Because this is a really great dubbed anime. Like it's not a bad dubbed anime. Like the voice actors were really good.
I love Iris's voice actor. I think she's great.
Yeah, Iris's voice actor is really good. Gilbert's voice actor is fucking amazing. That moment in the end where he's like yelling at her and everything. Oh my gosh, that was a moment.
Violet going from robot into going into robot into like doing like full blown screams of emotion.
Oh my god.
Turn that shit the fuck
Turn
up.
it all the way up, like all the way fucking up, bro. Like you said, like her, just like her, how she talked in the beginning, like very like short, concise ass, precise sentences. She's just like,
Mhm.
"What's my mission?" Like everything, and then now hearing her talk at the end, where she's like full fledged emotional and all that shit, like that is. Yeah, no, the dub hits. I'm sorry, the dub hits. Anyone that says that the dub does not hit, you're a liar. You don't listen to him; he's a liar.
Oh, I know he capping.
Oh, stupid, bro. No, even the dub version of this is really good. So yeah, just watch it. Regardless of how you want to watch it,
Yeah.
subbed to watch it dubbed. You can watch it on mute with just the subtitles and just read it. I don't care. Watch this.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find where I can read the manga at. That is that's my next mission right now. I like after
if you find it, let me know.
Oh yeah, I will send you the link for sure. But man, Cyrus, thank you so much for pulling up, talking about this, great anime. Man, plug yourself, plug everything. Yeah.
All right. I'm Cyrus. H_visibility spelled correctly. On Twitter, on Instagram. I talk about wrestling on Spot Callers and the War Report on the A Show RNC channel. But on Twitter, I kind of just talk about everything that I may more or less like. Right now, I'm going through Final Fantasy VII, the remake. So you're going to see a lot of tweets about that. I think I might go back and watch the Violet Evergarden movie again because I watched it subbed when the dub was available, and I didn't know how to change the settings on Netflix. So that I'm definitely gonna rewatch it after this.
You just finished Full Metal Alchemist too, huh?
I have not finished yet. I'm on the day before Promise Day. So yeah, okay. I will be talking about Full Metal Alchemist as well, and I think Full Metal Alchemist is the perfect anime. 10 out of 10. Shit all comes together. Fantastic stuff. But I'm thinking about going back to older animes. Before, I wouldn't say like I gave up anime, but I wouldn't watch a lot. I would usually just watch older stuff that I used to like watch before, and try to get like a context or understanding as an adult.
Yeah.
I did that with Ghost in the Shell, and then like my understanding of that show is completely different now. Also 10 out of 10. But I plan on watching Cowboy Bebop next. I saw Meals was watching that. I think I'm going to go back and watch that too.
Yeah, definitely. And I really feel you on the going back and watching stuff like again as an adult. Things just really hit different because you catch a lot of like the little things. You're able to follow it more, especially when it kind of comes with shonen. Like as a kid, you're watching shonen, you're more watching it because like this is like it's very actiony, it's very like in your face. It's it's very fast paced. And then watching it as an adult though, you really catch up on a lot of the storyline stuffs, the little things, and it's a whole different experience. Cowboy Bebop. That's literally. Cowboy Bebop and Yu Yu Hakusho are like 1A, 1B for me.
Yeah. Because I saw a video, I saw a clip of Cowboy Bebop, and I just remembered it as like weird space adventures. But then I saw a clip of it, and like the subtitle said like we have to go to Paris or something like that. Like it takes place kind of like in the U.S. or like some shit like that. And I was just like, this is not the show that I remembered watching. And then I think on the Lookout Twitter, Lookout RNC, they post the ending where he busting gats and all that, and I was just like, this is not the show that I was watching. What is this?
What another one of those just beautifully written shows. One of those shows is just every aspect of it is just great. Cowboy Bebop's that deal.
Yeah. And just before we close out, have you seen? I don't know how to pronounce it because I never really heard it be said to me. But have you seen that gambling anime that's on Netflix?
Oh yes, it's so fucking good. Okay. So fucking good. I
think that shit really lit, man.
That shit, hey man, that shit is good as hell. Like that.
Let's talk about that too, man. I'm gonna go back and watch it. We go talk about that shit too, man.
For real, man.
I think Netflix has a really good anime selection.
Oh,
Or
they
like
do.
whatever their like original content is, I think it's really nice. Except like Neo Yokio or whatever.
Yeah, Neil Yokio. I attempted. I'm tried. I'm sorry, Jaden. I tried to give you the benefit of the doubt, but that shit just don't hit. But no, yeah, Netflix, like their original content is really, really good. From Violet Evergarden, even Baki. I can't wait for that to come back. That's in June.
Mhm.
That's really good. So yeah, Netflix is really stepping up in terms of anime. I mean, I think that's just coming because anime now is becoming bigger and bigger. Like we're like in the middle of like kind of like an anime renaissance where just so much great
Mhm.
content is coming out.
Yeah. Them having Full Metal Alchemist is like really getting me through these days, man. But yeah, man, I think we should really come together and talk about the gambling anime because I think it's really interesting stuff, man.
It is it's really interesting, like how the story is told. There's a lot of layers to it. It's really
Yeah.
good. But all right, man. Thank you, guys, man. Thank you so much for pulling up on me. Who is calling me? Uh, thank you so much for pulling up on me, man.
No problem.
Once again, Jamal SLM on Twitter, Straw Hat LJ on Instagram. We follow the Lookout RNC, follow RNC Radio Live on Twitter and on Instagram, where we just got all the content, everything for you, wrestling, music, anime, anything you want.
We got a
Yeah,
lot of content, man. It's kind of
yeah.
ridiculous.
No, no, listen, if you were like, I wonder what they're covering. We
Everything.
covered everything. Listen, we may even have some more stuff coming
Oh
up
yeah.
soon. So, but yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Stay plus ultra. Peace.